Mambition moment. Welcome back. It's Tiffany. Welcome back, guys. So yes. Passport has arrived. So for anyone who's listening to the audio, I'm just holding up a picture of my son's passport, which arrived just in time. So imagine this: they're supposed to fly out on Thursday morning. The passport came on. Yes. So you know now that, Tiffany is full of mistakes, and sometimes I have my moments. But right now, I just want to thank my lucky stars. I want to thank the team at Passport Office. I want to thank God. I want to thank everything out there that orchestrated this to make it a reality. Because honestly, it's been chaotic. There's a lot more to the story. But yeah, my silly mistake to not check the passport. But like I said, guys, literally passport came in time. But I think I don't know. It makes me think sometimes this parenting thing is just like flying by the seat of your pants. And I think it's crazy how many balls we're going to drop. And I just hope that the balls that I drop are made of rubber and not glass, and they can bounce back. That's my only hope sometimes, because honestly, regardless of how organized you can be, you will make mistakes. So I think it's about just, I don't know, making peace with your mistakes, correcting them as best as you can, having a plan, because obviously we had a plan in place that if my son's passport did not arrive in time, we would then find another way to fly out on a different day. But it was just meant that we couldn't all fly together on the same day. So that's life. But I don't know, this all gives me confidence that life is what we make of it. And often we're stressed, but I don't know, some problems are really, really worth stressing about, and some problems are worth a little bit of stress, but not too much stress. And some problems are just not worth stressing about. But in our heads, often we create like scenarios and the worst case scenarios. And yeah, we are all capable of that, because as human beings, we have the, I don't know, capacity to imagine the worst thing and dream about the worst things and ruminate. And sometimes it just doesn't get us anywhere. So yeah, I think motherhood is definitely teaching me to, I don't know, this weird lesson about embracing the chaos, getting with the chaos, just make the most of the chaos, and everything will be fine somehow. I don't know how. But it will be fine, because I think for, like I said in the last episode, for a long time I was very hard on myself. For a long time I was sort of person that will sit with, when things go wrong, I will sit with it for a long time and blame myself. I was very good at blaming myself and kind of telling myself off, and I had this negative voice. But I don't know, as I'm getting older and obviously being a mum, I'm really being more kind to myself. And I think that's not because there's less reasons to be like unkind, but I think it's more to do with just realizing that perhaps, even with my best intentions, I will drop the ball. And because I realize that now and I can see that now, I'm like, oh, well, Tiffany, if you're going to enjoy this life, if you're going to enjoy motherhood, you better start giving yourself some grace, and you better start being kind to yourself. And also, your kids are watching you. If they see you being hard on yourself, they see you being unkind, they see you not forgiving yourself, they're going to have the very same thing. So I think that sort of realization, and also seeing the impact of my behavior, now I am to myself, and that can play off in their lives, it's really making me just relax a bit, and I'm actually having more fun, even the more things are going wrong than before. And I know it sounds mad, but I look at my daughter, she's 3, and you can start to see how, the other day she wrote something in a book, and she ran up to me and she was crying, oh, mommy, it's a mistake, mommy, it's a mistake. And I thought to myself, I know it's not a mistake, but she was so distraught with what she had done, even though I know she'd done it intentionally. But because she was crying, and because I could see that she was being hard on herself, I had to give her the right literature in that moment and say, oh, it's okay, I make mistakes too. And I told about silly things I've done in the past, and I said, look, we don't do that again. We don't write in books, but when I make mistakes, so I'm learning to laugh at myself, and by the end of it, we laugh together. And I think that's what we get. That's what we can give our children, isn't it? This idea that, I don't know, so many things will go wrong, but it's how we can carry ourselves through it that really matters. And yeah, I don't know, being able to have that mentality of, I'll try again tomorrow, I'll try again next time, and it's okay. And it's not all bad. And I don't know. Yes, I don't know, tell yourself off or try and correct things, but don't sit in it for too long. Because I think when you sit in things for too long, that's when they can become quite dark and dangerous and destructive. So I think it's okay to feel bad, because obviously if you didn't feel bad, you'd be some sort of, I don't know, person who didn't have the ability to have remorse or recognize when things go wrong. So it's okay to sit in things briefly, because we do need the lessons, right? For next time. Like, I'm sitting in this passport lesson is okay, I'm going to check passports every 3 months or 6 months, right? Just to make sure that I'm on top of things. And from now on, my new thing is, as soon as I'm booking a holiday, I'm actually just be routinely checking out passports. So that's my new lesson from this fiasco. But so I've sat in enough to pick up the lesson and pick up what I can do better next time. But I'm not going to sit enough in it to say, oh, you're so stupid, Tiffany. Why would anyone make a mistake like this? I can't believe you made the mistake. I can't believe you've been so careless. I can't believe you're been, because that's the internal dialogue that wants to come up. But I'm not going to let it, because what's the point of that? What am I going to get from that? Nothing. I'm just going to have a difficult time and feel bad and feel guilty and feel anxious and feel like I'm crap and I'm not good enough. Am I a good mother? Oh, you're such a bad mother. You didn't check the passports. But what's I got to do with anything? Like, my kids are 3 and 5. I've got a whole, hopefully, I don't know, a whole lifetime with them. Why would I waste time on these small moments that I know in a few years' time, or even at this moment I'm starting to laugh about? And again, it tells a good story. See, it tells a good podcast episode. All the crap in your life, guys, it will make for good content. Coming soon to a LinkedIn post near you. But that's it, guys. Honestly, the more I start to kind of come to that version of it, I realized that the more the merrier. The more everything in my life now is content, especially now that I'm, doing doing the podcast. Everything is content for me, and so much of the things that I've been through in life that was so bad and tragic and I don't know, sad. Now it's like it's a good story, and I often think maybe that's what I can get from everything and just move on with my life. But yeah, I'm really, really just happy that I've arrived here at a grand age of 36. I've arrived at this happy, content, grace, able to give myself grace. The voice in my head is finally friendly place where I can make mistakes and I can acknowledge them and I can move on and I can learn and I can have fun and kind of relax a bit. And I'll even tell you guys, look, we're traveling tomorrow. We're traveling tomorrow AM, and right now I feel good. I feel that yes, I have lots of things to pack, but at the end of the day, as long as we all arrive at that destination, we'll be fine. And we have our passports, we'll be just fine. Yeah, I'm learning to just go with the flow a bit, and it's really good for me. I think it looks good on me. I look at myself like, Tiffany, I don't know, calm in chaos looks good on you. And it doesn't mean, guys, that life's not crazy or that I don't feel stressed, but I just learned to put it in its place and kind of enjoy life through the stress, because I know I'm going to look back and it's all about the journey, isn't it? It's all about the journey. So I want to enjoy this enough to look back and be merry with it, So yeah, that's my big lesson from this passport. But yeah, fee you. Be you. And I feel like my life, this is my life, isn't it? Tells a good story. That's it, guys. Anyway, so I just thought I'd come back and close the loop in case anyone was wondering whatever happened to that passport. Did she get in time? Yes, we did. We go on holiday. God is good. We're alive and well. I'm just gonna go and have a good time. It'll be chaotic. I do have a novel, so I'll let you guys know if I get around to reading it. I haven't read a novel in I don't know, 3 years, probably four. It's crazy. I love reading, but in the last few years, I think I've been reading mainly for learning or reading to develop myself. And on this holiday, I don't want to develop anything. I just want to develop a sense of fun and, enjoyment. So please wish that for me. Thank you, guys. I'll be back. Okay. I'll be back with a progress report about whether I read the novel. Thank you. All right. All right. I'm out. Off to have a good holiday. I wish you all well, and I hope you guys are, I don't know, making the most of the summer. That's what we'll say. I wouldn't say enjoying the summer because that comes with its caveat. Send in solidarity, and I hope you all, I don't know, attaching whatever lens you need this summer to make it a good one and one to remember for all the right reasons. Okay, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, connect with us on LinkedIn, come and let us know how you're finding my ambition. Always love a bit of feedback. Tell us, if there's someone that you know that would be a great guest as well. If you would be a great guest as well, let us know. Connect with us and send us a message. We always love to listen to great stories and share all the journey of wonderful motherhood and life in the margins on my ambition. So thank you, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out.